Best gold making method. Is it gold coin assembly line or is it the sphere selling on the advanced sphere assembly line? So this is the old, it's a rather new one, but it is the good old legendary sphere factory. The Feybreak edition, so it's been upgraded a little bit with the new work speed ratios, but overall it's the same thing. You take the ore, the coal and the stone, you make the cement and carbon fiber, you make the pallium, make the pal metal, and then you make the spheres. And this base just happens to have one oil node and 2 Hexolite as well. So how does that compare with the new gold making machine? Is that better or is it worse? Well, it looks like it's worse. You will get around 9.1 million gold with the legendary sphere base per hour, while you will get 7.6 million gold with the gold coin assembly line. The setup is about the same. This base looks quite advanced and it looks like you're running around a lot and doing a lot of things. But overall, it's pretty much the same amount of structures. It's the same amount of pals that you're breeding up. You still want your 15 pals. So you could do a smaller scale, I guess, for a lot less gold per hour. But if you're doing a full base of 15 pals, the legendary sphere base will outperform by a little bit. 9.1 versus 7.6. Not a huge amount. But then if you look at the gold per click, like how much money you're actually making per click. So if you look at the legendary sphere base, you're queuing up around 11 machines per cycle. So then when you look at how much gold you're getting per those 11 clicks, it's a lot more than the 3 clicks you do for the sphere or the gold coin assembly line. So let's check out. I made a little mock-up of the gold coin assembly line, or what it could look like a base for it. So the difference really is that you're only mining, let's put on the shirt. So you're only mining ore. So it's a little bit more ore. The setup can be something like this, just a square of mining stations and then the chests in the middle. Makes it easy for the transporters to get everything there. Then you have the assembly lines. You just build a bunch of them and you queue up many of them at once and you leave for like an hour. Same thing with the furnaces. So the ratio of buildings is that you want the ore mining site, one of those, and then 2 furnaces, and then one of these again. And then you just kind of scale that up to your 15 base pals. So the ratio I have here is 10 astagons mining ore. And then I have one ore circuit for electricity, 1 German side Ignis for the kindling, 1 Noclin for transporting, 1 Anubis for crafting. So the setup there is pretty simple, but it becomes a lot more work. Like you're still, even if it feels simple, you're just going to these furnaces here, you queue up a stack, then go to the gold machine and you queue up a stack. And I wouldn't suggest putting on transport for these. I would suggest just take it when you're requeuing, because it's a lot of transporting for the transport pals. But it becomes a lot more clicking per gold, even if it looks like less effort. In the end, it becomes more effort per stack of gold. But it's a little bit easier to build. You can fit the stuff pretty much anywhere. It's a little bit more versatile than the other base. But something to keep in mind is that these gold making machines drain sanity. Like they really drain sanity. This is with these beta wave generators. And something I noticed with these, let's see where they are. There, it says placing more than 2 will not have any additional effect. And placing more than 1. So I guess the one that increases work speed, you can have 1. And for this one, you should be able to have 2, if the wording is correct. I haven't tested it yet, I'll do that later if somebody else hasn't done it already. But if you look at Anubis, like his sanity, while he's doing that handiwork, drains very fast compared to other pals. Not sure what I've queued up here. But most pals are pretty happy. Then got Anubis, he quite quickly gets depressed and stuff. You probably want to have a medicine cabinet for that. Have your hot springs. The best sanity food you can. And if you're playing on more than 15 base pals, just throw in some shroomers. But overall, like just the bottleneck is the astagons. So any astagon you remove will reduce it. So I have 10 astagons removing 1. That's 10% less gold. That's not good. So overall, when you think about how much gold per hour the legendary sphere base wins out, the prep for it, it's still just 15 base pals and then a bunch of structures. Doesn't really matter, especially now with these new... You can just use the guild chest and item retrieval machine. Just fix everything really quickly. It's very easy to build bases now with those new structures. And overall gold per click, it was also better with legendary spheres by quite a bit, I think. So I'll put up the numbers sometime during the video. They'll turn up. They might even be here right now. And then I didn't add nails as well. I didn't build a nail making base. It's more of an early game thing. Like considering the levels stuff unlocks at, you could do nails. It's a lot of gold for when you unlock them. But you probably won't have like maxed out pals with all the giant pal souls and stuff. So all these numbers are for the pals that are truly maxed. Like they have the new passives, they have 60 souls, the new structures, all the research. So yeah, legendary sphere base wins out over the gold making machine. The gold making machine, I guess you could make something a lot more small scale. You could just have one Anubis, one Astagon, and one Gignus, and an Orsurk, I guess. But it's going to be a lot less gold per hour. But yeah, that's the comparison for the gold making methods. I'll probably do something on like salad and food and how that compares in the future. But for now, thanks for watching.